SUVs are quite popular among a wide range of people. However, there have been notable SUVs that were discontinued for a variety of reasons. But there were some notable SUVs that we think should be revived because of their promising potential in the past. From the Toyota FJ Cruiser to the Land Rover Defender, here are discontinued SUVs that need to be revived. Number 9. Toyota FJ Cruiser. First unveiled in 2016, the Toyota FJ Cruiser has the classic look that everybody loves. The first time you see it, you'll immediately know why. It's a fun car to have for its unique, cartoony, and rugged features. Plus, it gives you a sense of nostalgia because it's evocative of the Toyota FJ40 Land Cruiser. The retro-faced car saw the last of its kind in 2014 after it was discontinued. Toyota didn't manufacture any more FJ Cruisers because of the low sales that began in 2009. The competition became tighter, and it didn't help that it didn't have the best fuel economy. Critics have also raised environmental concerns over the car, and the Jeep Wrangler was tough to beat. Nevertheless, people want to see a comeback. Toyota hasn't produced a car as distinctive as this in a while, so it might be good for the company to bring this back. Number 8. The Ford EcoSport. The Ford EcoSport was introduced by the company in 2003. If you're looking for a vehicle with good fuel economy that's compact and relatively affordable, then this would have been the no-brainer choice. It's also Ford's smallest SUV to date. But despite its cool features, Ford discontinued the line in late 2022. It's been selling low, and the company lost money from its past few years, so they figured it wasn't a good investment anymore. However, it's not a complete halt because Ford will continue to build it, but you won't see the new models driving around the US anymore. They will instead be putting the focus on their American popular Explorer and Escape. But we think it should be revived because of how neat it is as a vehicle. Number 7. Jeep Commander. A lot of people have mixed feelings about the Jeep Commander, but we dare say it shouldn't have gone away when it did. Introduced in 2006, the Commander had good features running until it was discontinued in 2010. It was equipped with powerful engines and was capable of going off-road, a Jeep classic feature. However, many people disliked it for various reasons. Some say it wasn't worth the price because the performance didn't make up for it. Some just didn't find the appeal. Despite its flaws, the Commander still had a lot going for it. During its era, it had state-of-the-art technology such as a DVD entertainment system, a power sunroof, and a navigation system. It was a car truly ahead of its time. Number 6. Honda Element. The Honda Element had its run from 2003 until 2011. It was popular among car enthusiasts at first, but eventually declined in the late 2000s. It had everything you would want from an SUV. It had a spacious interior and good fuel efficiency. Not to mention, it also had a distinctive boxy design. Sales for the vehicle declined because of a lot of factors. Honda had also manufactured new vehicles that were better choices. Thus, it didn't come as a surprise that the company pulled the plug on the Element. But we'd love to see it back on the markets. Maybe Honda could create a 2023 version. We'll see. Number 5. Toyota Land Cruiser. Even if the Land Cruiser was one of the most popular vehicles that Toyota produced, the company still discontinued it. This was particularly heartbreaking because the Land Cruiser was beloved. Seeing its first year in 1951, no one would have believed that it would say its goodbyes by 2021. Toyota explained that even though it was a world favorite, the US market just wasn't feeling it. The sales were going downhill, and it just didn't make sense for the company to make more. When they broke the news, they said, "There's plenty more to explore." We want to see a revival of the Land Cruiser because it has such a loyal fan base. Toyota can't possibly let that go, right? The company said that they'll still serve them at service centers, but that just isn't the same. With its awesome reputation elsewhere, the Land Cruiser might be something Toyota might want to bring back. Number 4. Ford Bronco. A classic Ford Bronco makes this list as everyone has been feeling quite the nostalgia. From 1966 to 1996, you wouldn't be able to miss this car if it's in someone's backyard. The mid-sized SUV was known for its off-road capabilities and rugged design, and it was perfect if you were an outdoorsy kind of person. Despite its abilities, times have changed. The Bronco eventually saw its glory days end as sales declined in the 1990s. It wasn't long before Ford would eventually decide to discontinue it in 1996. However, the good news is that it's made its comeback already. Reintroduced in 2021, the Ford Bronco is now back on sale. It now has 2- and 4-door versions based on the platform of the Ford Ranger. It's also been updated to fit the times. It's equipped with the latest cutting-edge technology with advanced off-road capabilities. Number 3. Jeep Grand Wagoneer. The Jeep Grand Wagoneer was supposed to be the future of SUVs until Jeep discontinued the line in 1991. It was popular for its comfortable and spacious interior, and not to mention the roaring V8 engines and unique design. For nearly 30 years, it ran among avid car enthusiasts. Despite the many features that were integrated into it, times became more competitive for the Wagoneer. Many more SUV models emerged that the car could not keep up to. The recession was also something that directly affected its sales. Jeep figured it would be easier to discontinue manufacturing the car since it wasn't practical anymore. If anyone wants it back, fear not, because Jeep also had that in mind. The new, revamped version of the Jeep Grand Wagoneer is now available for you to check out. Number 2. Land Rover Defender. Only a few cars survive the test of time. Once you know they have, then there's no question about how good it is. One of those cars is the Land Rover Defender by Jaguar Land Rover. It ran its course from 1948 to 2016 and has had a tremendous history when it comes to those who drove it. However, just like most cars here, the car industry became more competitive. The Land Rover simply fell behind its peers when it comes to emission, fuel economy, and safety. For consumers, there were better options to look at. A lot of people wanted to see it back though, so Land Rover didn't pass up on this opportunity. They revived the model and updated it with more advanced features that addressed all the problems that it had. It has significantly performed well in the SUV market. Number 1. Mazda CX-7. The Mazda CX-7 is a mid-size crossover SUV from Mazda. Initially, it was expected the CX-7 nameplate would be reused on all new 7-seater based on a stretched Mazda CX-5 due to the growing popularity of 3-row crossovers. However, in mid-2017, Mazda instead announced the Mazda CX-8 3-row crossover, which is essentially a long wheelbase version of the second-generation CX-5 and was released in Japan on September 14, 2017. Apart from the nostalgia that people feel when they see a familiar car, there are a whole lot of benefits when it comes to reviving an old SUV model. Manufacturers make it a point to bring back all the good in a model and replace all the bad that came with it. This means when an SUV is revived, it's better, stronger, and well suited for the times. All the reasons that it was discontinued will be addressed, and you get a better version of it. It is important, however, to note that it isn't that easy to revive a discontinued car model. It could take a lot more than willpower. A company must have the confidence to pay for an investment and resources and make sure it's something that the market wants to buy. It's always a risk. However, who knows what might be worth it in the end. Thank you so much for watching this video. We hope you enjoyed it. If you did, please don't forget to hit the like and subscribe button for more videos from this channel. See you next time.